Well, thank you, Betsy, and welcome to the international analytics community and your viewers. My name is Hersleman. I'm the head of data analytics at the Dulux Group. And today, really, I'd love to share with you just a little journey that we've been on. A little bit about the culture, about the community of practice and the tool sets and how you empower your community. And then just a little bit about being a real community versus councils in general. So my perspective is culture in any organization, and be that data culture, is a living organism. There's no such thing as top down or bottom up. Cultures grow organically in an organization, and as such you can start small with a certain portion of the organization, and that community and culture will grow organically. Forcing a culture either top down or bottom up inevitably doesn't cause for a strong culture to grow within the organization. And for us, it was pretty natural to start small and then grow big. Now, all organizations have data heroes, and you'll be surprised to know these necessarily aren't the data scientists. These aren't the high-level analytics and advanced analytics professionals within the organization, but really the analyst community in every single function and every business unit in the organization, the ones that are closest to the decision making and that hold these data assets so closely to their hearts. They work extremely long hours and typically drown in Excel and workflows that take a lot of hours to implement. In the finance communities, these analysts are time bound by Workday One and Workday pressures in the organizations, but throughout the organization, you'll find these data heroes, right? And for us, data culture naturally had to start with them. So we created what we call the analytics community of practice. In Dulux Groups, really, this is a community of analysts and really just people that work with data and have data challenges, and they do this as part of their normal day jobs, right? And so this community comes together, and we gave them a challenge. You know, how do you move beyond? How do you uplift your own analytical capability? And the challenge was, how do you move beyond the 1 million? And the 1 million really refers to the row limitation in an Excel spreadsheet, and they really want to uplift their analytical capability throughout the organization. And so to empower this community of analysts close to decision making, we brought in two technologies. We brought in the NIME analytics platform and Power BI, and the sense that it created within this community is really like we can conquer the world with data and analytics. NIME for automating those Excel workflows, for no-code environment that really makes clear what you're doing with different nodes and implementing it, and Power BI then for visualizing that data for us. And what you could see in the community is the right tool sets just absolutely bringing about the spark of the possible. The art of the possible is now absolutely available, and we just love data in it. So investing in the community is really important, right? To build this data-driven culture, you need to spend time. For us, it was a 5-day training course with Forest Grove, with the community. It was hands-on data challenges, those that you solve yourself, those that you currently have within your organization and the analyst community is busy with. And really, those two tool sets just, it uplifts with NIME and Power BI, we just uplift the total community's capability. And it was phenomenal to see how the community gravitated towards this. Now, being a community means being a real community, right? And what does that mean? It means as a community, we come together every month, but we celebrate each other's wins. We talk about our data challenges, and we talk about the wins that we have, and we really help each other out, you know, and we showcase our analytical assets. So the community comes together on a regular basis. They showcase each other's pieces of work, and we celebrate that. But we also talk about the technology, the data, the challenges each of the analytics community of practice members have with either access or methodology, or just able to deliver a specific analytical outcome. and we truly help each other out. What that means is we spend the time, analysts will spend time with each other, solving analytical problems, solving each other's problems, even though they're not in the same department, even though they're not even in the same business unit. Then ultimately we have a newsletter to kind of communicate out to the rest of the organization what we're doing as a community. And that really is successful in kind of giving the story behind the analytics community. The biggest thing here I want the community to know is that helping each other out as a community and celebrating each other's successes is key to making sure that the community is successful. And for us, the tool sets enabling the community was absolutely cardinal in that journey for us. So with that, thank you very much. And yeah, back to you, Betsy.
Thank you, Fred. That was really fantastic. Look, a couple of questions before you go. You mentioned we did the 5-day training program with Forest Grove and Dulux. In your experience, what was the learning curve like for 9?
Well, we had quite a diverse set of proficiency in NIME joining us for the 5-day course. And so with some, they're starting from scratch. From others, they had a little bit of intuition of what that was. But the biggest thing that was successful in that training was bringing your own analytical challenges to the training. And it was not just classroom training. It wasn't just one way receiving information. It was actually hands-on, solving those problems and learning by doing. Learning by doing is the most powerful way that you can learn. And we loved that approach. We absolutely loved bringing our challenges, learning by doing, and getting the theory kind of through osmosis, through the learning in those 5 days.
Yeah. Look, we've certainly seen the same, but that's great. And we've really enjoyed hearing about the data culture journey. Are there any specific use cases you might be able to share with us of how you've applied NIME at Dulux Group, or perhaps the impact it's had to business as usual?
Can't share with you specific use cases. We actually class that information as quite competitive, but the impact that it's having has been quite profound, Betsy. There were analytical workflows that some of our analysts run, which were so key man dependent on those analysts that they necessarily couldn't take off. They couldn't take leave. And with the analyst community automating and generating these workflows, some of these analysts feel that we've created redundancy in the analytics community. Some of them can go and leave. Another analyst can pick up the analytical workflow, understand exactly what there is, and we can productionize that in the server.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. What a difference. And leave's important, so that's great. Thank you so much, Fred. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Betsy.
See you in a little while for the Q&A.
Cheers.